name is Jennifer Serene Henry, although I do like to go by Jenny. My dad was in the Navy, so I am a Navy brat. We went from Navy base to Navy base to Navy base. And then my dad left the Navy, we moved to Florida, and then I joined the Navy, went back to Great Lakes, Illinois, back to Capodichino, Italy, so retraced my steps. I came out to my family as trans twice before I joined the Navy. Once at 13, which did not work out well for me, and once at 17, and that worked out better, relatively. And I eventually, even with that coming out, I still made the decision to go back into hiding and join the Navy. My parents thought that I wasn't trans anymore. So my joining the military was an interesting decision. It was partially spurred because I wanted to be like my dad. Also, I joined the military because I wanted to save up money to transition and, do everything that I wanted to do to become a woman after the Navy. So I joined the Navy knowing that I was going to be leaving the Navy to transition. I was in the service during Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I was in the service from 2005 to 2008. And it was very much something that was hanging over my head. This knowledge that if anyone knew, then I could be discharged, I could be court-martialed, I could get in a lot of trouble. I didn't know what kind, I just knew it would be bad. And eventually, I became very depressed while I was in the Navy because I was pretending to be something that I wasn't. And my chief petty officer sent me to see a therapist. And going to see that therapist was really scary because he was a lieutenant. And I went in front of him and he said, "Tell me what's going on. You're not allowed to leave until you tell me what's going on." So I had a choice. I could either lie or I could tell him that I was trans. Well, I am a really bad liar. So I ended up telling him. And it didn't work out badly because being trans is not covered under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Don't Ask, Don't Tell is only about sexuality. It is only about who you are having sex with or want to have sex with at that. Being trans has nothing to do with that. So we talked about it, and nothing happened, and I continued working, and eventually I went to him and I said, "I can't do this anymore. I can't handle pretending anymore. I need out. I need out of the military." And he discharged me medically, honorably. I went back to Florida, and the very first thing I did was come out. I changed my name. I started my transition full steam ahead. And it was a very long process. My goal at the time was surgery. I didn't care about anything else. I didn't care about family or a house or anything. All I wanted was surgery. And without surgery, I was lost. At one point, I was saving up so that I could get surgery. And then my car died. And I had to get a new car, which meant I had to spend all of that hard-earned money that I was saving up for my surgery. And I thought it was going to be another 10 years before I could get that surgery. I was suicidal. I picked up drugs for the first time. I wanted to die. I didn't want to keep going. And it was my time in the Navy that saved me. There was a tragedy while I was in the Navy, and it earned me disability. So now I am a 50% disabled veteran. And I started receiving disability through the VA, and I did the math, and I realized I can get it. I can get my surgery. I can move on with my life. Oh my God. I can actually live. And I did that. I scheduled it and I got my surgery, and shortly after I got my surgery, I moved here to Columbus and met my now husband, bought our house. Now I'm gonna be adopting, and I'm actually happy now. That's amazing to me that trans people are allowed to transition in the military. I feel so happy for them that they can do that. And if I have any words of wisdom, it's that do what I couldn't. Be yourself.